What's up, everybody? This is JD the Dragon, and I'm coming to you with another really quick theory of mine. And I'm going to touch a little history on this character as well. Now, this character is Samwell Tarly. If you haven't checked out, me, Don the Krakenwit, and Sorrel T. Giles did the prologue to A Storm of Swords. We are going to continue that, but it's not going to happen until we have Don the Krakenwit, LT Giles, and Don Willie. That's just the way it's going to be. If Don Willie can't be on it or anybody can't be on it, we're not going to do it until everybody's with us. Anyway, so let's get into this character really fast. Samwell was born to Randall Tarly and Melissa Thorne. As Samwell is growing up, he shows no characteristics that Randall wants as his heir to his little kingdom. So Randall sends him off to a couple places. One place he gets bullied, he gets picked on, and then they send him home. The next place he goes, he really doesn't even fit in, and he actually ends up crying when a bunch of chickens are getting slaughtered. So when he comes home, Dickon's born, and Randall just kind of lets Sam do his thing for a while until he gets old enough. At one point in time, Randall takes Sam on a hunt. Now, Randall tells Sam, son, you have two options here. One, you can take the black and become a member of the Night's Watch, or two, you're going to have a hunting accident. By a hunting accident, meaning I'm going to kill you and I'm going to tell your mother you were in an accident and you died. Sam ends up taking the black, which I can't blame the guy, and this is the decision that happens because we get to see a character grow quite well in Sam. Now, Sam gets to the wall and he gets bullied, he gets punked, he gets beat up, and it's all by orders of Alistair Thorne. After a while, Jon Snow gets tired of it, and he ends up sticking up for Samwell Tarly. And Samwell kind of like leeches himself to Jon. So after a while, we see that Sam becomes a steward of Maester Aemon, which is a perfect job for Sam. He gets to take care of the ravens. He just helps out Maester Aemon, and he gets to learn a lot. And we see this character going down into the crypts, the libraries of Castle Black, and reading and reading and reading and reading and reading and reading. Now, as far as I'm concerned, Samwell is the second smartest person to Tyrion Lannister. The guy's just full of information. He knows a lot about a lot of different things. So after a while, the Night's Watch decides they're going to go on a mission to find Benjen Stark and some other Rangers, or at least try to find them. Samwell doesn't want to go, but he ends up going anyway, and his only mission is to take care of the Ravens. Sam's scared and he's confused and he's not a big fan of it, and they go through town after town after town and finding no wildlings in any of these towns. They stop at Caster's Keep where he meets Gilly. And we see Sam fall in love right off the bat. He's in love with this woman. He wants to help her. He knows he's not supposed to talk to him, but he does it anyway. And he asks Jon to help out Gilly because she's pregnant, and if it is a son, Caster's going to sacrifice it to the gods. And Gilly doesn't want that. If it's for kids, she wants to take care of it. Anyway, they blow past that. They end up making camp at the Fist of the First Men. Jon ends up going on a rangering with Qhorin Halfhand, which leaves Sam by himself with the rest of the Night's Watch. Sam is lucky to be alive. Fortunately for the Blast of Three Horns, because Chet was going to try and kill him. So the Blast of Three Horns happens, and Sam wakes up after the first one. And the second one blows, and then the third one blows, and he goes, oh shit, others. So they battle the others, and Sam ends up killing one, and they started calling him Sam the Slayer. Well, nobody saw him kill the White Walker, they just give him shit for it. They get back to Caster's Keep, and Grin calls Sam the Slayer, and Sam kind of takes that as, don't call me that, that makes me feel like they're calling me Sam the Craven still. Grin does a really good thing about, hey, don't take it that way. Wear it with pride, who cares? He's like, small Paul's not that small. So-and-so's, so-and-so. Just wear it with pride. You know what you did. So while they're at Castor's Creek, a big battle happens, and Sam ends up escaping with Gilly. They're making a way back to the wall. They get another battle with White Walkers. Well, it's just Sam. Fortunately for him, Cold Hands shows up, helps him battle that. Well, Sam ends up killing another White Walker. Uh, so Cold Hands, after this battle happens, Cold Hands helps him and Gilly get to the wall where he runs into Bran Stark, Mira, and Jojen Reed and Hodor. But he promises Bran he won't tell him about Jon, or tell him that he was there and he saw him. He won't tell Jon that. So he goes back and aligns himself and back with the Night's Watch. Jon Snow ends up eventually coming back after he does a double cross on the Wildlings. Uh, After that, we see them starting to prepare for the Wildling battle that's going to commence here soon. And Sam's helping Master Aemon, get everything situated. And he ends up, if it wouldn't have been for Sam, Jon would have never been elected Lord Commander. And Jon didn't want to be elected Corps Commander. It was Samwell Tarly that put it out there, and he ends up winning it. So he ends up becoming kind of like Jon's right-hand man for a long time. And then after a while, Sam goes, hey, in the show, he goes, hey, I want to go to Old Town, whatever. Jon's like, well, I don't want you to leave. I need you here. In the books, it's vice versa. Jon tells me, hey, I need you to go to Old Town. I need you to become a maester. I need you to help me. So Sam takes Gilly and Master Aemon and goes to Old Town. On the way, Master Aemon gets sick, and Sam's doing everything he can to help him. That's another big show. He has a big heart. He ends up sleeping with Gilly on the boat as well. Okay, cool. Like I said, he's in love with Gilly, and him becoming a maester. And they said they did it perfectly in the book where Jon goes, they're gonna make you lay off women to become a maester. He goes, yeah, watch them. They ain't gonna stop me. So we see Sam come to Braavos, and he makes a big journey around Braavos, and he ends up getting a fight. Now he ends up beating one of his brothers in black down, and then a couple other people grab him, and he beats the shit out of them too. Sam's actually a really good fighter. He's a hell of a warrior, but it only happens when Sam is scared to the point where he's fearing for his life. So I think Sam is going to become a maester, and he's going to go back to the wall. Jon Snow will be resurrected, and he'll become Jon Snow's maester. Whether Jon Snow's Lord Commander or not, he's going to be Jon Snow's maester wherever he goes. But he's going to be a big part of this upcoming battle with the White Walkers. He's going to be a big part in the battle that's going to happen in Westeros. Sam is not the Craven that he thinks he is. He's not the Craven that everybody else thinks he is. I think Sam has a bigger role to play than most people give him credit for. I think Sam will end up being. I think we're going to see two heroes at the same time. I think we're going to have Azor Ahai in Jon Snow, and we are going to have the last hero in Samwell Tarly side by side, helping each other out to defeat the White Walkers and get Westeros back to normal. Anyway, that's my theory. If you have any comments, leave them. If you liked it, subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. If you don't, give me a thumbs down. Anyway, you guys have a good night.